All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a big UFC fight announcement. So yesterday, on the 23rd of January, UFC President Dana White made a big announcement. The UFC has signed Kayla Harrison, the former two-time judo gold medalist and two-time PFL tournament champion. She'll be making her UFC debut at bantamweight. So it will be her first fight at bantamweight, and she'll be fighting Holly Holm on the undercard of UFC 300 on February 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is big news for UFC, and you know what? This is a nice addition to UFC 300. So, I mean, PFL really lost out on this one. I imagine that knowing Kayla Harrison and what she has said before in interviews and everything, I imagine the UFC deal must have been very nice for her to sign with them at this point in the game for her. So she'll be taking on Holly Holm. Of course, everyone knows Holly Holm, former bantamweight champ, former world boxing champ before she came to MMA. Getting late in her career, but still able to, stifle a lot of up-and-comers. Anyway, let's get into the stats on this one. Holm coming in at 15-6. Harrison coming in at 16-1. Now, Holm's coming in off of a no contest against Milo Bueno Silva. She got submitted, but Bueno Silva, tested positive for like Ritalin or something. So it got overturned to a draw. Before that, she had a decision win over Yana Santos. That was 9 months ago. Kayla coming in off of a decision win over Aspen Ladd about 2 months before the time of this recording. Before that, she had suffered her first career loss to Larissa Pacheco in the PFL finals from 2022. Let's see. Holm is the elder fighter, 42-33 for Kayla Harrison. They are the same height according to Tapology, 5 feet 8 inches, 173 centimeters. Looks like Holm will have the reach though, 69 inches, 175 centimeters to 66 inches, 168 centimeters for Harrison. So how about that? Kayla Harrison is now in the UFC, and she's going to try to get down to bantamweight. Whew, that's going to be tough for her. She's made 145 before, but I know she wasn't in favor of a big weight cut. And, I mean, she competed in judo at like 170. So she's not a small woman. The weight cut is going to be probably the biggest story going into this fight is going to be, can Kayla make bantamweight? And if she does, and she beats Holm, man, that adds a whole new dimension to the women's bantamweight division in the UFC. As far as a stylistic matchup goes, a part of you wants to think, oh, well, look at, how Holly fought Ronda. And some people might say, well, maybe Holly can repeat the same thing here. Problem is, the way Holly fought Ronda is nothing like how she fights normal fights. And Kayla's not just going to rush forward the way that Rousey did against Holm as well. So it's going to be, the stand-up game is going to get interesting. Holly is not going to want to clinch with Kayla Harrison. And, I mean, Holly fights in two modes. She's either an at-distance striker, issuing her way to a decision, or she's clinching someone and while installing her way to a decision. That's pretty much all of Holly's fights lately. She's not going to want to clinch against Kayla Harrison. That's going to be a bad night for her. So I predict she's going to go for the strike and jab from the outside and throw kicks and ish her way to a decision. That's what Harrison is going to most likely have to be able to get around. she should be able to. And then once she gets Holm on the ground, should be able to, pound her out with the ground and pound. But it will be interesting to see if she can do that. So those are just some initial thoughts. UFC 300 goes down once again. That's April 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Holm versus Harrison. What are your thoughts on the fight? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.